Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for sticking us. We are back, and we've got some server options for you. So if you guys were stuck on Source and you're having troubles watching the stream, you guys can certainly down yourself to like 480p and watch it that way. So it's pretty good now, Rankies. We're going to enjoy it. We've decided to stick with Kiyama because of the 14 goal. Damn, I'm throwing the book out, Rankies. Throwing it out, God damn it. Kayama.
Yep.
I'm just thinking Kia. Kia.
Yeah, the player. Yeah.
Same here. I know. Kayama. Kayama High School because of the 14-0 thrashing in that second game. It was pretty crazy. We're sticking with them. We're going Merriweather High School because the one player that we know that's playing in that game, playing in that team rather, Husey.
Yeah.
That is a star player in the scene, and he's forming a side that he says can go the distance. So we've got a team that we know that we decided we wouldn't back just to give them a bit of a G up, and we certainly G'd them up, Rankies, because they decided they wanted to score 19 goals in a match in the series.
Yeah.
And we got Merriweather that's telling us they can go the distance. So for match 30, which is going to be our first semi-final of the night, can they go? Who's going to win it? I don't want to get your tip because we went the other way that last time, so I don't want to go down. I don't want to go down that path. But let's talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're looking at Husey on the screen right now. His player name is simply HYU. He messaged me earlier on before we even saw Kayama win a game 14-0. He messaged me earlier on, saying Merriweather is going to win. Like, this team can do it. Then I'm assuming he saw the Kayama match that we streamed. He sent me a second message saying, versing this team is going to be interesting. So I'm not sure how much confidence he's feeling right now, but I'm hoping that Husey is still feeling that confidence because
I've just seen his message in chat and he says it was a meme. What face?
I just wanted to let you know I was. Yeah, okay. We know Husey. We know.
Well, you're going to have to show up now, mate. You're going to have to carry your team all the way.
Look, it's going to be tough because I know Husey's a very capable player. I know that he's up there with Jando, Singe, and apparently Foz. We didn't know who Foz was, but we've seen him play now, and he's certainly at that level. I know Husey's at that level too. The question is, he's playing with two subs. Lewis T and Drew, or is it Dr. 00? We're just going to go with Drew. It's easier to say.
Yep.
They're the two subs for this team. Are they on the rest of these players' level is the question. Husey is going to have a tough time. Dr. 50. Okay. So Husey, does he mind if we just say Drew? Or does he want us to, or just Doctor? What would he prefer? Husey will let us know.
The Doc.
Yeah, the Doc, that's it. Is he going to be able to disrespect?
Doc Zero. Dr. Zero, mate. Dr. Zero, right. That's it.
Husey said, nah, it's height. I don't know what he's saying it's height to, but we'll go with whatever.
We're having a conversation with Husey right now. Don't worry about the cards. We're having a conversation with Husey.
Well, it's relevant. It's relevant to the game, though, because this is going to be extremely difficult if Lewis T and Dr. Drew, whatever we're calling him, if they can't keep up with Husey. I'm hoping they can. I have confidence that they can, Bizer.
Well, we'll see what happens. We're going to launch these guys into position and get this game on the way. It is a best of three in the semis. It's a best of three throughout the entire day. The guys getting into position, and I tell you what, Kayama got it right. Foz, Janda, and Sinjay. Like I said, 19 goals in the last series. Only played 2 games. Can they add on that? In this series, we'll find out. Dr. 50, Husey, and what was the name? Did you say? Laos?
Lewis T.
Lewis T.
Yeah.
Okay, Lewis T.
You just go Lewis if you prefer.
Yeah, Lewis. Okay, Lewis. What a picture.
Yeah.
I was just looking at teeth just hanging out.
That's his game face.
Okay. What a game face.
Yeah, he's ready to go. Stream can't see it though, so
No, they can't, can
No.
they? But
If we ask Kotori to kindly just press and hold tab for a couple seconds, the stream will know what we're talking about. Lewis's profile picture that's his game face there.
that is gorgeous.
There we go. This is a backboard down for Husey. He is going to find it over the top of Singe. You know what? It's not the most powerful touch from Husey, but I want you to pay attention to where he places it over the top of Singe, directly over the top of his car, so that Singe had no hope of saving that whatsoever.
Yeah, and so in this game, they're going to have to pay a lot more respect here, Kayama. They really have to be respectful. They can't go for the two commits going forward. They can't be super aggressive, and the kickoffs, they're going to be met very quickly. So it's going to be a lot of 50-50s and a lot of ball play with rotation. And has an attack for Dr. 5-0s and is saved up by Jando.
Yeah, so already a pretty close back and forth game. We saw that early goal from Husey, but again, that's sometimes not the entire story of how a Rocket League game goes. Of course, I'm seeing a few new faces in the Twitch chat, ladies and gentlemen. This is the High School Esports League. This is day one of week one. So there's Saturday and Sunday, today and tomorrow, and then next week as well. These are 4 ODC online qualifiers. The winners of these qualifiers go to Hybrid World, which is going to be a LAN finals at the Hybrid World event in Adelaide. The main prize is purely like your team is being flown there. It's a paid trip to go and compete there for that LAN experience. Muselk is going to be there, so that's a pretty big deal. Everyone knows and loves Muselk. But yeah, so shout out to the new people in the Twitch chat. I'm hoping you're enjoying these games and absolutely insane redirect fires. Run us through this one.
Yeah, Sinjay just gets up, but look at the angle he has to bring this down on. No contestation in the goal. In fact, unlike Dr. 5-0 finally gets there, but that's a hard one to save. You're diving across the goal with full burst of boost as well, trying to get there. Challenge at the moment for this, and it's looking very, very competitive between all three players.
Absolutely. Doctor pops it backwards. Lewis, I'm going to find a shot through. Doctor, that's open. Foz has to get to this one. He does knock it out to the side field there. Doctor again. Husey sitting in defense. That's a good ball forward. It's over the top of Sinjay. He can't reach it, and it's going to be the long shot from Husey that ends up going through. Wow.
Well, there was a touch that should have come on from that midfield point, and defense just misread it on the end there. So 2 defenders not in the right position coming from Kayama High School. And now they find themselves down at this point, halfway point coming through Foz. Sinjay goes high off the backboard. Dr. 5-0s. I just like Dr. 5-0s.
Yeah, I'm going with Doctor for short, just because it's easier to say fast.
Yeah, the Doc. I feel you can only say that with one person. Sinjay going for the double touch. Will be cut off by Hughes, and you feel that he's the type of player who doesn't let anything come off the backboard. Sinjay. Look at that. Lewis T. He'll back off. Foz, nice placement. And he's been all over that type of ball today, especially the last match we saw. He was very aggressive going forward, and he does it here.
Slams that one at 103 kilometers per hour. Husey, too late to double jump for the save. He was trying to pop that high above the goal. But that one ends up going in 2 apiece now with 2 minutes, 6 seconds remaining off the kickoff. It's opposites that go, and Sinjay ends up with possession, slams this one downfield. Doctor just going to let that one roll past over the top. Husey now going for possession. Knocks it towards net. It's a good shot on, and no one saves it. Husey, I don't think he was expecting this one to go in, but he's certainly going to be happy with it. He'll take it, buzzer.
Yep. Husey, very nicely done. I've been corrected in chat right now. It's Sinji. Sinji, not Sinjay.
Sinji?
Yeah, Sinji.
Sinjay. Okay, it is. Right. Sinji. Why a J then?
Yeah, why would you put a J? Put an E.
Oh, we could see another one, but I don't know if I was going to stop that one. Sinji was back as well.
Who knows? 3-2 at the moment. Merriweather in front. Who's he seeing on top with his hat trick? What's that?
That Azora has made it clear it's just one syllable. It's Singe.
It's Singe.
Simple as that. Singe.
Yeah, right. I don't understand it these days.
That makes sense. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm getting on with the game. 1:05 remaining. Jando's going to play this out. They do have a chance here. Foz. Been a shining light so far. Brings it forward for his teammate, Singe. Going to do some work between two. They could get it here. And there's a diving chance for the midfield. Not able, and Husey does the work to clear it.
This is definitely a step up in terms of challenge here for the side of Kayama.
What a pass!
Well, we'll focus on this goal first. I'll get back to that later on. Foz just couldn't get that pinch out. Jando, I don't know what he was trying to do there. Perhaps going for a pass across and defensive clear out, but either way, Doctor and Husey, they end up finding the fourth goal. But as I was saying, this is definitely a step up in terms of challenge for Kayama as they come up against Merriweather here. So as you even wrote it down, Buzzer, so we didn't forget, they scored, they won their previous series 2-0, did Kayama, and game 2 they won 14-0. So they were definitely outclassing their previous opponents. Obviously, just more practiced at the game. But this time we're seeing Husey with two of his friends subs for this. So keep that in mind as well. This isn't the core roster for Merriweather. This is Husey and both of the subs.
Yeah, where's his other two?
I'm not sure. I'll get the playlist. He sent it to me so the stream knows. So the other two players would normally be Spees Beef and Mop.
And I don't even know who and they and...
Yeah, the only person we know is Husey.
Wow, well, the Merriweather with the 4 and Husey with the hat-trick. So certainly performing in this first game, but Kayama certainly got some work to do. Foz getting aggressive and Singe. I feel like Sinji, Kroon G. Shout outs to the people in chat. And I see Yummy Cheese Man in there. G'day, mate. How are you going? Good to see you.
Great to see him here.
Good to see Yummy Cheese Man. Got some work to do. 19 goals in the last series we saw them. Only 2 so far in this match. They can certainly pick it up.
Oh, absolutely. This is still, it's game 1. It's a close game. 2-4 isn't a huge goal difference at all. Husey let me know that the Spees Beef and Mop, he said, both subs are at a band thing or at soccer, so maybe it's one or both or the other, who knows, but they're otherwise busy. That's why the subs are playing. And so far, the subs are doing quite well. So, good team, Merriweather. Let's just say that. All 5 members appear to be, even though we haven't seen Spees Beef and Mop, but they've definitely got a team here.
And to continue the banter with Yamichis, when it's good to see everyone else in chat.
Okay, I'm now being corrected by Husey. This is horrible, Bizer.
What's going on?
Husey sent me Merriweather High School's player list. It says Lewis T and Dr. 50 are subs. Apparently, they're not subs.
What? They're the main team.
I don't know. Husey says that the player list says another thing. We'll go with it.
I think Husey's taking you for a ride, Rankies.
He could be. Now, Husey's a friend of mine. I'm going to go with Husey's word. I trust him.
Second game underway, and Kayama then need to get this on to go to a game 3, and certainly got the skill and talent. We've seen it before. They're going to bring this around. Singe not able to get that second down, and the defense working extremely crazy to get back into position. They're all there. Foz brings us back inside. Doctor up for a second touch, and it's not cleared. He will get it. We'll start with the first. It's Merriweather on the board.
All righty, there we go. Doctor off the backboard. Really nicely played. Okay. Yeah, Husey, what a troll. Okay, 100% confirmed these guys are the subs, Bizer. Alrighty. Foz. Looking to get back in defense. Husey almost finds over the top, but Singe made a nice save there. Jando, now he gets a shot. Takes it for top left, almost. Doctor was up there to defend up against Foz's security there, let's say, that Foz was applying to that ball. If the save did come through, he was trying to make sure it went in. But I tell you what, the save effort did come through very well. That's a great backboard pass, floats down right in front of the net, but Jando's not there in time, and it's cleared out by Doctor.
Well, as T picks it up and actually gets the post inside. How's this worked out? Hughesy, the touch, and Foz. He's got a touch in the end and thought maybe he'll have a teammate come through to clear it. And so he just disappeared and didn't go in for the second effort. And I think that was a mistake on his behalf. He needed to get the extra clearance on it. Maybe he lost the ball and figured he had his teammate going in for the clearance. So I'm not sure on their perception of that. But in result, second goal in. And Merriweather, now 2-goal game lead. 3 minutes left on the board. They'll be happy with it at the moment, Rankies. And tell you what, Kayama, they have to get themselves a goal and get themselves into this match. Time will just slowly get away from them.
Absolutely. Good pass across from Foz. Singe wasn't able to get in the back of it in time, though. We've seen great defense so far from Merriweather. Jando looks for Singe, but again cleared out by Hughesy. A lot of defensive work from the side of Merriweather right now. Big demo from Singe onto Lewis. Hughesy has to dangerously clear across the face of his own net. Lewis has respawned, doesn't get that clearance out that he's after. And Doctor again. Now we're just seeing Merriweather play a little bit of a defensive game here. They finally do get it cleared out. And we do hear you in chat, ladies and gentlemen, that there is no game sound. We're actively trying to get that fixed for you right now as Hughesy picks up the third goal for Merriweather.
And Foz had that control, lost it. And everyone getting up aggressive as well for Kayama, trying to get these goals. And for that, they open up the defensive end. And it's exploited at the moment. Merriweather starting to get some easy goals here. Oh my goodness, Hughesy. Performing at the moment. Jando hits an open end and not able to put that one in back of the net. There was a chance for them to get themselves on the board.
Yeah, just couldn't maintain control of the ball there on the roof of his car. He can have another go, though. Clears off the backboard. Not quite an empty net, but there, Foz gets it over the third defender. Don't tell me they've whiffed it. Jando comes through and finishes the shot off. Okay. Whew, I had my heart going there, Buzz. That was close.
Ouch. Foz, it feels like Foz is having that type of game where a couple of things are just not going his way, and it's like, oh, come on, I just want to. It feels like he's throwing out his controller at the moment. Foz, get it under control, start to get it right. You were talking about Singe and Jando being the players that were like, okay, we know that they're really good, and Foz is the unknown factor. We saw him playing really good in the last game. Right now, he's under a little bit of pressure to perform, and certainly he needs to pick it up for his teammates to get them back into this game.
Absolutely. Hopefully some more fast kickoffs can come out from Foz, because we know that's what he appears to be good at so far.
Yeah. 100% agree with that.
It'd be lovely if they could have the next kickoff be on the scoreline 2-3 and not 4-1, because there is only a minute remaining. And Kayama, they are going to make it 2-3. Exactly a minute remaining. Singe gives the assist credit to Foz as well with that last touch. Lewis tried to clear up onto the sidewall and then out of the half, but Singe intercepts and finds the back of the net.
Well, a minute remaining. Still time in this game. Tie it up and even take the lead here, Kayama. Defense has to be strong. Demo here from Hughesy, and a chance to bring it off the ceiling, though the boost. Nothing left in the tank, so we can't work to the ball. Lewis T, bouncing ball, and it's just wide. Singe will work it wide. Though Doctor, he pinches, and it goes far side of the goal. Jando pinches into his own teammate. He's out of place, can't get the touch. Singe has to move to the ball, gets a save credit for it. Lewis T bouncing into the middle. Doctor, double touch into possession. Though he hits the backboard, can't put it in and extend his goals. It gets sent to the opposite side, and it's wide for its worth, and they can't get that equaliser. So That might have been the goal to bring them back into the match. And Kayama looking down the barrel of a defeat here.
Well, they've kept it in the air. Jando, big juicy flick, cleared off the backboard, hasn't gone well. Foz, he puts it on target, but doesn't add the power, and it bounces just before it rolls over the line of the goal. So Merriweather, they do get away with the win here. Well, sometimes that's how it goes, Bizer.
Well, they kept it close, at least in this one, and it was certainly tightened up. But Husey certainly putting a lot of work in for his team.
Absolutely. And, you know, Lewis and Doctor proved that they're up there as well. They're able to work quite nicely with Husey. Teamwork, again, wasn't perfect. But at the end of the day, there's not many teams out there that are absolutely perfect, Bizer. So,
yep.
But Merriweather, they do walk away with the win here. And if I'm not mistaken, that was the semi-final. So they have secured their place in the finals. So they've at least guaranteed second place here. But of course, you want to go to Adelaide, you want to secure your spot to go to Hybrid World. You need the win. You need the big W. We are sorting out right now, ladies and gentlemen, if we can go into the second semi-final, which will be Peel High School taking on Wirreanda Secondary School. So hopefully we can have that happen.
And I have got word that we are going into the second semi, so it is being held for us.
All right.
So that is the thing. We are going into the second semi-final. So a break for Merriweather High School as we're going in to see the match 29. So we're going to take a quick break while we get that set up for you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for hanging around while we get this second semi-final underway as we're under secondary school taking on Peel High School. And we've got the boys all ready to go. My name is Blazer, and I've got Rankies here, mate. As we get this server ready and get these guys pretty much ready to go, we've pretty much got Merriweather set up in the grand final, and these two teams coming into it. We know Peel High School got some talent with Azora there, but we're on the secondary school. We don't know anything about.
No. Yeah, we yet to see one of their games. It looks like they got some interesting names though, Baza. We got Callow Beasts, Killer DLR, and the Fat 102.
The Fat 1012.
That's one of the more entertaining names of the evening or afternoon, depending on what state you live in. Baza and I are in Pleb Perth, so it's only 1:43 p.m. here right now.
The good old afternoon. Okay, all right. Well, let's get this one going because I think we're just going to let the guys do the talking on the pitch.
Alrighty. So players have been given the word to jump in as soon as they are ready to go. And there we go.
Perfect. So we're under Callow Beast, Killer DLR, and the Fat 102. I love it. How are you cutting that one? How are you cutting that one down, Rankies? Are you going to short that one just to the fat?
Well, we'll go the fat one. That's relatively easy to say. I'll tell you what, the host needs to swap over the... Okay, we got the cameras going. Everyone can see what's happening, and the game is underway. Peel High School taking on Wirianda Secondary. Going to be a good one, Baza. I can feel it.
All right, well, we know Azora got some skill. Season 6 grand champion representing the tag there. And Horizons. I think I've seen Horizons there before. Got a legend tag underneath there. Oz Jock playing PlayStation in the Peel High team. So we'll see how they go. They did have a warm-up game before, which had my eyes peeled open to what Peel High could do. No pun intended. Maybe a bit of a pun intended. It's Horizons that starts with the first deflection coming off, and he capitalizes on the opportunity.
Yeah, really nice play from Azora there. Got the demo, maintained possession, made the 50-50 work as the challenge from, I believe it was the Fat One, came out of net to try and make the save. And Horizons was there on that right side to clean up the loose ball into the back of the net. So really well played so far from Peel High School. We'll see what Wirianda can do to reply. Nice play from Aussie Jock. Horizons just going to leave that one for Azora. Chip up and follow. He's going to slam it in the back of the net. Already, Peel High School proving they've got what it takes to be contenders here.
Nice little pass back from Ozjock, and Azora had a little more time because of that pass back. He came to him a lot quicker. He could pick up the ball as well because it was coming back to him, and just got that dig and the finish as well. Defense a little bit more trouble right now, and Azora. That kickoff coming towards him, out of control. Callow Beast, the pop up. Horizon's able to clear. Goes his teammate loose. Interesting to redirect, or if you want to have a little bit more fancy name, an air doink. a question mark behind that, Rankies.
Well, there we go. Earlier on, it was good presence of mind from Horizons as well to just allow that previous back pass we saw from Aussie Jock to go to Azora. Because already we've seen today a few teams perhaps just not having the best communication they could have. And instead, we've seen all three players going for the same ball. And it's nice to see now at the semi-final stage, teams taking it a little bit more carefully, making sure they're communicating, knowing where each other are on the pitch. Horizons now trying to push this ball forward. Bit of a miss there in the corner from Killer.
Is that a bronze crown?
That's what I was thinking.
That's a season 2. Is that a season 1 or season 2 bronze crown? I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure it was season 2. Could be season 1, but it looks bronze. I was like, is that gold or bronze?
That's an early day crown.
Yeah. So he's been playing for a long time. And the bronze crown is the rarest of them all, by the way. It is. Yeah. There's not many people that have the bronze one.
I have, yeah. Well, I've got one of them.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I've got that one.
I got a gold one, I think. Yeah, I got a
Wow.
gold one.
Wowzers, man. I should actually put my bronze crown on. It's like, yeah.
That's rare, dude.
Yeah, because not everyone else probably grinded and got a higher crown. I got the crappy one.
Most people got the
I didn't
silver and
grind.
gold.
Yeah. I got the bronze, man. I didn't grind rank early days. I was all about the casting. Zora, in the meantime, puts in the third for his team. And this confirms what the warm-up match was to us. But it's a little bit more competitive at the moment. Have a look at this. Finds the angle between two, splits the middle.
Yeah. Really nicely played from Zora. We do have to see Wirianda stepping up in defense, though. I know
He says he has a bronze crown. I like it.
Man, I wish I had one now. It's a rare one.
Making you
Purely
feel
because
jealous.
it's rare, I want it. Well, I'll tell you what, though, Baza. There was a few people I saw in chat earlier on that were saying, get ready for everyone to say a particular name on the field so they can clip it. So I'll try and get in there as much as I can. Here comes the fat one. In the back corner there. There are a few people looking forward to that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's a good shot.
The Aussie jock.
Fat one saves. There we go.
The Aussie jock shoots.
He's not just a funny name.
Oh, all right. The puns coming through. Unbelievable. Calo Beast flipping all over the place to try and save an Azora. He's going to wait for it. Calo Beast. Horizon trying to turn the car. Right off the backboard. The last minute here. Red time. Three goals to be scored. Where are we under? A lot of work to be done. Not impossible. Certainly been a hard feat of today's games in today's qualifiers. So any team to bring it back from being 3 goals behind, but maybe we'll see something interesting and Azora will make it 4.
Yeah.
And we'll shut this game out.
Pretty much 38 seconds remaining. I really don't see a way back into this one for Wirianda, not with the way that Peel High School are playing right now. But, you know, Bonzo, we're at the beginning of the day, during round 1, we were pointing out how 2 particular schools, one of them being Peel High School, were on the opposite sides of the bracket. So the other school was Southern River College, which of course we were hoping, didn't realize Smiths is signed up to play with Southern River College, but of course he'll be at Gfinity tomorrow, so he's not available to play today. So unfortunately, we didn't see our prediction come through. Baza and I were anticipating that it was likely we could see a Peel High School and Southern River College grand final. But instead, we've had a bit of a surprise and found out that Hughesy is playing for Merriweather. And of course, you can't call this series early, but unless Wirianda start picking it up right now, Peel High School are looking good to secure themselves through that grand final, as well as game 1 has just gone in their favour.
At least one of my picks come through.
Hey?
At least one of my picks come through.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
Well, not yet, right?
We'll see what happens. Yeah, it's looking good for Peel High School so far. Wirianda, it's still possible for them.
So, 5-0 result in this first game, and Wirianda, well, the fat one. He tops.
Yep.
And they're certainly going to need to work out a strategy to counter Peel High right now, because they're dominating. A hat-trick for Azora. He certainly showed us the skill level in that first game. Now the second, certainly going to be a hard task. But tell you what, I can see an exciting final to see who's the first team to go to Adelaide, the Adelaide LAN, which is going to be exciting.
Yeah. Was it called Hybrid World, I think?
Hybrid World Adelaide.
Yeah, there we go. And apparently not everyone knows and loves Muzelk, which I said earlier on. But Muzelk is going to be there, so if you're a fan of his, that's pretty nice.
Second game underway. Azora. 50-50. Hence the far side. This one's going to drop awkwardly down and it'll be read by Azora. He starts with the first. And Peel High School, they're loving the action right now.
That's a good pass up onto the backboard from Aussie Jock. Almost dropped down. But, realised perhaps that his shot was a little bit too high. So the best thing to do is what he ended up doing, just go demo that goalkeeper and allow an open net for Azora. Either Azora or Horizons to finish it off. And it did end up being Azora. So we might even see another one. That's a great pass back to Horizons. Takes the shot, but it's really weak. Azora will try and set up for Horizons again. The fat one doesn't get the save, and Aussie Jock comes through and slams that one in the back of the net. 2-0 now, only 30 seconds in.
I'm liking the counter of the fat one and then the Aussie Jock.
Yeah.
If the fat one ain't doing anything, it's the Aussie Jock that's countering him. So it's crazy stuff. What I'm really liking about the adaptation of Rocket League lately is the demolitions of second efforts. If you're not scoring, or if you're going to score on a goal, yet you hit a crossbar, or if you've gone high, as we see a goal from Azora here, and he's got the third.
Really nice.
They're really starting to take him to pieces here, Peel High School. And this is nice as we see this goal again. But I'm going to continue with my point rankings.
Yeah.
If you've gone high and, okay, you're in the position where you're too far forward now, you've got to rotate out. But you see a goalie, you go to take him out with demolition. The adaptation now is you got enough speed, just demo him out. It opens the goal up. In the early days of Rocket League, that was never a thing. Maybe the bumping was rare, but it was rare to see it. But now it's such a real thing, and you see it all over the leagues and everywhere in gameplay. Even in high school leagues now, we're seeing it. So it's a real meta.
You're making a good point there. It used to be only at the top level that you would see that sort of stuff, and not even all the time either. And now it's widespread.
3-0 at the moment. Big plays need to come in for in the secondary school if they're going to get themselves into a further game here, Rankies.
There we go. We'll see what happens for Urianda. Still over half the game remaining. The fat one does make a nice clearance out there. Little chip pass to Killer. Back to the fat one. A little bit too far forward. He gets the boost. And there we go. Azora. This could easily be a goal as well. No, he's going to go for the pass. Nice guy, Azora. Sets up Aussie Jock. And he does find a nice angle on that one, Bizer.
Yeah, this is nicely done. Have a look at the backboard. Azora. The pass, a little too much gas on it, but I tell you what, Aussie Jock, he's up to the occasion. Just finds the angle and it just slides it in a nice I can't think of the saying here. like a glove. There you go. Like a glove.
There we go. Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't even help you out with that one. I wasn't sure where you were going with it.
Yeah, well, I had
too distracted by the fat one's name.
Oh, jeez. I had another saying, and then I was like, no, I can't say that. It won't work.
Yeah, it's difficult sometimes to find the appropriate ones.
Yeah. That
fit the setting. There we go, Horizons. That's a nice bounce, but it's really slow. Easily picked up by Killer DLR to be specific. Good pass across from Azora. Put into the corner by Horizons. Now Azora again looking to pass off the backboard. Horizons is there, but Killer has something to say about that one. Gets that clearance out before the shot can come through. Pass to Fat One. Chip up. Loses track of the ball a little bit, and Azora will depossess. Now we have a bit of a fake by Killer there. Didn't really work out, though. Azora just took his time. Waited for the shot. Oh, there we go. It's a long shot, though.
That's pinched.
Wow. Killer out of the corner.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Aussie Jock. Picked the wrong time to challenge there, it seems, Baza.
Oh, there's nothing like a backhand pinch from one side to the other to score. That hurts.
4-1, though.
That's the first goal of the series, by the way.
For Wiranda, yep.
Yeah.
So they're finally in the series now with their first goal in game 2 here.
And it was
3 more required. It was. 3 more required to be able to tie things up. And they could get another one now. Kalo Beast, can he wrap it around? Not quite. Go for at least a pass. Horizons pops it high and keeps it away from the fat one. We'll see Aussie Jock there. I'm trying to put emphasis on that, Buzzer, because I know there's people enjoying it in chat. Horizons.
Understand.
Oh, this is close. I think he just forced an own goal here. I don't know if it was off the fat one or... I'll take a closer look here. I believe it was. No, it was off Callow Beasts. There we go. Horizons will be happy with that.
Well, 5-1 at the moment, and for high school, certainly got control. We'll get another ball forward, and they're getting a lot of supply off the kickoffs.
There we go, Aussie Jock. It's a good pass backwards. Horizons. Dumps it into the corner. Azora off the backboard, trying to slot it through. Killer bumps into the fat one, but maintains possession, so this is okay so far for Warianda. But with just over a minute ticking down still, it's not looking extremely good for them. This is game 2, and they need as many goals as they can get to give themselves the best chance moving forward.
This one down to the corner. Killer look to pinch it off the backboard, though. Puts pressure on his own goals. Callow Beast with a save. Actually gets a chance here to put on his bonnet, though. Dribbling around a couple, 2 out the backboard. Horizon now in direction. Callow dispossessed, takes it off him, though the rolling ball. The fat one. Just the touch. The Aussie Jock sets it back to the goal. Bouncing. He actually misses the touch. Zora trying his luck. Doesn't work out. Callow Beast aggressively back into position. Azora misses the chance again. Aussie Jock will try his luck up to the wall. Looks for a waterfall down. Coming at it. And his teammate there. He misses his chance as well. Last 10 seconds, a chance. One more roll of the dice to bring it around here for where he finished the game off. But it's not going to be their day to go through to the final game. They'll have to try the luck tomorrow. But it will be Peel High School that will go through today's final take on Merriweather High School for a chance at land.
Oh, there we have it, Blazer. It's all done and dusted. Grand final placements have been decided. And of course, it is going to be interesting. A little bit of banter from Husey earlier on saying that he doesn't know. I don't know if he was talking to us, but he said, don't know what you're talking about. Azora is like Platt. Well, I mean, he is wearing his season 6 grand champion tag, so yeah, he's totally Platt.
Yeah.
What do I know, though, Bizer? We'll see what happens. Peel High School taking on Merriweather coming up next. Stick around, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're finally here at the end stage of today's online qualifier, and number one. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, there is 4 qualifiers that are happening today, tomorrow, and next week's Saturday and Sunday for qualification. And today we have Peel High School taking on Merriweather High School for the opportunity to qualify to go to I had it written down.
Hybrid World?
Yeah, that's right. I've got to flip my page back. To the Hybrid World Adelaide. Absolutely crazy stuff.
Nice event.
Going to be crazy. Going to be absolutely awesome. So these two teams have been battling throughout the whole day. And have they? I'm just having a look. They're actually 2-0'd pretty much throughout the whole day. So interesting to see that they haven't really had huge battles. They haven't gone to any best of threes as of yet. So this match is going to just had a confirmation that it's going to be a best of 5 final. So we're extending it out an extra series, an extra couple games, and it's going to test these two teams.
Alrighty, I just confirmed with the with one player at least, Tuesday, that they're aware that it is best of 5, so there's going to be no confusion in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to a good series, Biza. Pretty sure we should be able to get it started pretty much right away. If you want to give them the word, unless there's anything else you need to say.
Nope. That is instantaneous, ready to go, and
they were ready.
They are into position. So jumping in and representing their positions, and they have their tags on Merriweather before MHS.
I don't think they did. No.
No, they put their tags on this time.
I may be dumb. Maybe they did.
I don't think so. So what we do know is Zora is a pretty good player, and I knew coming into today that he would be somewhat in this position. I did write him down. And what else? The other player I had down was Smith, but no, he's playing Gfinity tomorrow, so he's not able to play, and his team didn't make it through to this position. However, another player that is really good in the scene is Husey, and his team is in today, which is Lewis T and Dr. 50, which we're calling the Doctor.
Yeah.
And, well, they're just as good, in my opinion, and I think they have a good chance today. Can we predict a winner? And before this first goal, no, in fact, it's going in. Azora's going to start with the first.
Yeah, look, a little bit of mistake there in defense. Husey, well, big mistake. Big bean past the ball, but sometimes that happens. We're not strangers to seeing that, are we, Biza? But,
No.
So, prediction, I'm really not sure about this one. I lean slightly towards Peel High School because I feel their teamwork is a little bit better. I think individual skill, a lot of these players are pretty close, but in terms of team cohesiveness, I feel like PHS have a slight advantage there. Yeah,
if you want to talk to two players that are the star players of the team, you got Zora and Husey on both sides, and then you got to go the other two. The better players, you probably lean towards Peel, like as you were saying. So that's why you go on the Peel side. They've got the little bit of extra, but as you say, that Husey comes on the other side and scores the first for his team. So both of the star players getting amongst the action and scoring for the respective sides with the first in both. As we get down to the 3-minute, 39-minute mark, we're back to the middle.
Absolutely. I'm sure that you would agree with me, Biza, that we wouldn't be surprised if this ended up going to the 5th and final game. I do hope that this is a close series because it certainly has the potential to be.
It also makes me think about where does the clutch players come into this point? Like, do they carry their team? How far do they go with carrying their team? Or does it come down to the players, the lesser players stepping up and having a real vital role in the game?
I think that could be it, though. We're going to see Aussie Jock pick up the second goal here for Peel High School. Great pass that wrapped around all the way from Azori. You see that powerful touch, a little bit of a pinch as well. And
Nice
then
touch.
Roof, backboard, and then Aussie Jock, as you said, really nice touch towards the net. Sends it towards far post.
309, 2-1 at the moment. Peel High in the lead. Azora contest with Doctor. Gets sent far side off. A pinch to 50-50. Azora flying. Awkwardly underneath. He has his teammate heading out its horizon. It comes down Aussie Jock. All three forward. Rotation primarily displaced for now. Zora, the challenge, sends the ball defensive to the corner. Yuzi set upside down. Aussie Jock. The challenge is Zora. Hard angle to be worked. Horizon's going to go at it. Just touched up for now, Doctor. He sent it high. Zora, though, he gets a free he gets a free angle and a touch at it, and he gets a goal because of it. What happened to the defense on this one?
I'm honestly not sure, Boz. I'm taking a look. I think Husey didn't expect Doc to get that little back touch. So as a result, Husey was a little bit off in terms of the defensive clear that he was going for, and Lewis wasn't in a position to be able to defend up against the pass that Doctor put towards their own net. So a little bit of unfortunate miscommunication and errors in defense there for Wirreanda leads to, sorry, not Wirreanda, Merriweather leads to the third goal now for Peel High. Obviously, extending their lead is something that they're only going to be happy about. We'll see what happens off the sidewall. Aussie Jock not going to be able to beat Lewis to that one. We haven't seen too much from Horizons yet in this game. He's got the assist on their board there, so he's definitely been in the background making those passes happen. But
Husey!
Broken down by Azora. What a denial. That looked like it was in for sure.
There's nothing like two top guns going at it.
And then again, the opposite way around.
There's nothing like two top guns going at it, though, Rankies. You got one doing an absolute banger of a shot, and then another just denying him in the goal line, going, "No, you're not having it," just to make it even more of a painful resistance. If anything, Husey going again downfield. Ozjock this time in his way. He recollects. Ozjock doing a bit of work here with no boost. Good second effort. Doctor and gets up. Zora stopping this one. Ozjock wants to redirect. Lewis T there, able to make some work. Zora. That's a go for Horizon. Ozjock back into play. He's doing a lot of work to have not much boost in the tank. The last minute of play, red time so important here. Merriweather, they really have to get themselves on the board. 2 goals, so important in this last minute.
Absolutely. If a fourth goal comes through for Peel, which it might, it's a big roll-up pass. It should be cleared by Husey. Whether it leaves the half is a different question. Aussie Jock doing what he can, bumps Husey out the way. Horizons looking to pass to Azora. It's a bit of a tight pass. Doctor does get up in the air enough to be able to block Azora's shot. Lewis T. Called off the ball by Husey. Lewis can pick up the boost. Doctor needs the clearance. He's not going to get it. Azora goes for the double touch, but doesn't quite land it. Husey, I think he wanted to leave that for Lewis and expect a pass back across, but didn't end up being the case. Now Doctor, fresh on boost. Husey here. A little bit of confusion again. There's that miscommunication I was talking about earlier on, Buzzer. We'll see if a goal could be scored right now, but no, denied. Husey blocked out by Horizons, and it's going to be a goal back the other way by Horizons as well, assisted by Azora. So it ends up being what looked like it was going to be 3-1, ends up being 4-1. Game 1 of this best of 5 now. We'll confirm that. Going the way of Peel High. So 2 more games required for Peel High School. And Merriweather, they need 3.
Yep, a solid game by Peel High School in this game alone. But I think the defining moment was certainly Husey flying across there. I described it before, and Azora just denying him, not saying you're not having any moments of highlights in this game where you're going to score and you take the terms of this game. It's all Peel High School in control. They certainly worked forward. They worked as a team. Horizons and Ozjock got in there with possession of game. They all had moments in this. Lewis T and Doctor, they need to work with Husey to get the Merriweather back into this game. It can't just be all Husey in this game.
Absolutely. We'll look to see hopefully a bit more better communication, I think, needs to come out, specifically from Merriweather, and also just positioning overall to allow those passes to happen to begin with. Peel High already demonstrating that they're clearly much more adapted for that. We'll see what happens, though, moving into game 2, of course, very early in the series. And best of 3 is completely different to how a best of 5 is going to play out here. So, if it were a best of 3, Bizer, at this stage, I'd be saying it's probably going to be Peel High School, just taking out the 2-0 victory. Best of 5, it really changes the dynamic up. This could still be Merriweather's series, depending on how they play this game.
It gives you a really good opportunity to get that first game out and gives you a great opportunity to have a look at how Peel High School are playing, what the strategy is, and then gives you a form of adaptation to
how to combat it.
To how to change up your style or your progression of play. And maybe, Husey, instead of going aggressive, you allow your teammates to go forward and score. Just minimize the amount of scoring opportunities and you play defensive instead. At a point of time, then you risk it and you go forward. Okay, if you're going to lose a game or a series, you lose it by a goal. Not by 4, by 1. But you make the opportunity by going for it and scoring, and then maybe you clutch the game instead of losing it by 4 goals.
Absolutely. That could be what's required. I mean, they're already working a little bit better with the pass plays. That's a great one from Doctor, and Husey will finish it. This is what we wanted to see from Merriweather. Look at that. First touch from Husey. Doctor, look at that touch. Rotates the car so it bounces off the tyres. It dulls down the pass, and it goes backwards to Husey. Wow.
There's a defensive bump as well in the rotation. There could have been a save there too, but they got in each other's way.
Oh, so there you go. Perhaps that goal will down to the defensive error, but Horizons is going to rectify it straight away. Instead of bumping into each other, they make a pass play happen.
This is beautiful play coming through from his teammate. Zora gets up, makes it work, needs to be cut off, but Horizon just played that perfectly. Angles down. That's hard to stop. They tied up immediately, and that is the sign of a good team right there.
Not only is it hard to stop, it's hard to pull off to begin with. That was perfectly controlled from Horizons there. It was in the exact right spot in the air where he needed to be at the exact right time. Great pass to him from Azora as well. We're going to see another one. Azora up to Horizons, then out to Aussie Jock, and it's going to be straight in as well. The pass plays, 3-man pass plays are coming out hard right now from Peel High School.
This game has gone up another level in the sense that Merriweather High School, they really have to continue to step up the level. They have to counter everything here. And it's not about Husey. Doctor and Lewis T have to bring up the A game and go absolutely crazy. These saves have to be phenomenal too. And again, the pressure's on. The clearance work has to be A grade, and Horizon punishes a poor clearance.
Yep, Doctor. Really dull one. Lewis wasn't in a position to be able to save it, nor was Husey. He was trying to get back to net in time, but just was never going to be there with the way that first initial touch off the backboard from Doctor came out. Unfortunate for Merriweather. Yep. There is still time to be able to bring this back. It's a 2-goal lead so far for Peel High School here in game 2. 3.5 minutes remain. We'll see what happens now. Doctor off the backboard, looking for that pass again to Husey, but broken down this time by Azora. Cleared out once again. Horizons looking for a pass now. Wraps it all the way around. Needs a slight touch. He's going to wrap around himself. Azora's there waiting for it too. I think he was trying to do the ditch and didn't quite work out for him there, Bizer.
Looking for the pass in the middle. Ozjock was standstill. Couldn't do much. Defense there, Azora. 70 boost in a dream. Lewis T cutting across. Ozjock will go backboard, use the rear end and almost scoring the impossible. Had his teammates lining up for the striker position. First to it, Azora puts in the fourth, and the signs of them running away with it. And that is the boys of Peel High School. Certainly, it's crazy at the moment what they're doing. And defense, Merriweather, is just getting absolutely shredded.
We go 4-1 now for Peel High School. Still over half the game remains. We'll see what Merriweather can do. That's a nice play from Horizons. It's not going to be enough, though. Lewis T, plenty of time to get back in defense to break that one down. This is awkward, though, and that's going to be beaten too by Azora. Horizons not quite there. But this is a ton of offensive pressure right now from Peel High School onto Merriweather, and Merriweather just, I don't know, I feel like they're still finding it difficult with, positioning's gotten better, Bizer, but they're still finding it difficult with passes. And more importantly, it's to me, I don't want to put these guys down, but to me, it's becoming more and more clear that Lewis and Doctor aren't quite at the level where Husey is in terms of team pass plays and clearances.
Dribble here from Husey, and he gets second goal for his team. Just holding on at the moment, 2-minute mark. We'll come back to your comment in a second. Just have a look at this pass and just puts the pressure on. Peel High School just thinking, what the hell's going on? But to come back to your statement for a second, you're not wrong. The moment Husey does have a little experience in his teammates, the mechanical skill yet lacking. They are lacking, but at a point of this, it doesn't seem like they can perform, but they just need to play a little bit more smarter.
Yep.
You know, they don't need high mechanical skill to play this game. You just need to be a little bit smarter about where you place the ball. Stop putting it in the corridor. Stop defending off the backboard where you're not clearing it poorly. Like, they just need to clear it out wide or send things, get a better clearance work. Because
absolutely,
that's all they're going to do.
And it might also seem a little bit counterintuitive, but it can really help for them to just slow their game down. This is a really nice shot from Husey, actually. And this is much better from Doctor. You take a look at the way he plays that. I mean, okay, the replay didn't really shot, but in that back corner, he got that first touch, and then it rotated through the middle, and Husey was able to take that shot through. But yeah, as I was saying, it might seem a little bit counterintuitive, but it can really help to just slow your own game down, try and control the pace of the game. That would then throw off Peel High School. If you can force them to play your speed of the game, it often works out in your favor. So, again, they've reduced it to a 2-goal deficit. Once again, 3-5 still in Peel High School's favor. Husey looks for Doctor, but it's way too close to Azora. Doctor needs the clearance. But again, it's those kind of clearances that I'm worried about. Doctor just smacked it into the corner, knowing that his teammate wasn't really, or perhaps unknowing, rather not knowing that his teammate wasn't in a position to be able to get that clearance. And it puts it in a position where Peel High School can take a shot onto a potentially open net. So you really have to be careful where you choose to clear the ball.
I think there's a little bit of nerves on the Doctor right now. There's a couple little things he's doing.
Ooh.
That's a little better. He's got it past an attacking player, so he's potentially got out of 50-50, but defense rotations out here. Does get back. Zora putting pressure on.
It was a good save.
Husey. In the meantime, he's actually forward here to make a pass back. Now needs an attacking player to come out at Zora, though. His pace definitely beating out these two players. And that's where we do talk about mechanics coming into the play. If you're going up against Zora, he's going to beat you out. And that's probably when you do want to stay back a little bit. 9 seconds here. This game's going to see gone. And Peel High School, Zora coming in, putting the nail on the coffins. Going to put them up 2-0 in the series.
There we go. 3-goal lead with only 10 seconds remaining. That's looking really tough for Merriweather. As you said, this win here will put Peel High School up to 2-0 in the best of 5. So Merriweather will then require the reverse sweep. Doctor, can he find the goal? No, Azora's there in time for the save. There also was, I believe it was Aussie Jock on the opposite end of that. They are going to find a goal with only 1 second left here. Husey. And
what an effort by Husey. 4 goals.
Yeah, he scored all. I was just about to say that as well. He scored all 4 of his team goals off the back of 6 shots. Azora has really put a damper on Husey as well. Earlier on we saw Husey try and make a pass play off the backboard. Azora, like Spider-Man, stuck to that backboard, and as soon as Husey made the pass off, before either Doctor or Lewis had a chance to get up in the air to receive the pass from Husey, Azora had already jumped off the backboard to intercept said pass, cleared over the top, and it resulted in a goal on the opposite end for Peel High School because Merriweather, they got back sort of in time, but they were facing the wrong way, and it was just too difficult to try and make the clearance attempt. So it's those kind of plays that are coming out from Azora that are really hurting Merriweather, specifically Doctor and Lewis. I think that, as you said earlier on, these guys are still capable of taking games off of Peel High. It just seems easier for Peel High School at this stage.
Yep. We're gonna.
Server went down for maintenance.
Server's gone down, so we're gonna have to get a remake of the server. But at the point of this, we'll quickly just cut to a break screen while we get that remake. But we'll stay on air while that happens. But talking about it between these two, I feel like Peel High School, Azora and Horizon, their combination between those two, it seems to complement. And then Ozjock,
Mm,
he fits the build as well. Like
he does.
those three, it's almost like they could almost form a team in themselves and be in the top 20 of the OCE. If we had an OCE power ranking for top 20, they could actually be an OCE power ranking.
Mm.
That's
Yeah,
how damaging this team is already. Like as
Yeah.
a high school team, they could actually be an esports team.
Yeah, they have that potential in them. You can see it quite clearly. And this is going to be tough. Obviously, Husey, for all we know, is perhaps the only person on Merriweather who has this experience sort of outside of school. It may be that Doctor and Lewis just kind of play this game casually and they're not taking it perhaps as seriously as Husey is, and this competition's come up and they've just got together to have a bit of fun, and who knows, which at the end of the day is what these tournaments are about, Buzzer. It is about just getting in there, having a go, having a bit of fun, but also you're talking about the kind of players that are signing up for this. They're prepared to take it very seriously as well, because they know what's up for grabs. They know if you win this grand final, you're booking tickets to Adelaide. You're going to Hybrid World.
That date is something that everyone wants to be a part of. That's it's certainly somewhere you want to go. Winners go to Hybrid World Adelaide. So
I think it's the 29th of July, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe 29th of July.
There we go. So almost exactly a month from now is when Hybrid World is happening. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you do live in the Adelaide area...
22nd, sorry.
22nd, okay. So the weekend before, 22nd of July.
Yeah.
If you do live in the Adelaide area and you're not aware of this, keep your eyes open. Google Hybrid World. You may end up wanting to go, because it does sound like it's going to be a fun event.
So if you are in Adelaide, like Ranky said, definitely something you want to be a part of.
Mm-hmm.
What is the Hybrid World Adelaide? It launched in 2007. Hybrid World Adelaide is a digital entertainment and technology event that explores the future of hybrid world, where real and digital worlds collide and ultimately evolve. That's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to find out more, www.hybridworldadelaide.org. That's where you can find out all the information about it. I'm literally on the website and I just read the brief of what it is. We're waiting for all the players to jump in. Do we have everyone?
Let's have a look. We've got Doctor, Lewis, Husey, Horizons, Aussie Jock. I don't see a Zora.
No, we're waiting on a Zora to get in because we only see 9 spectating. So as soon as we have that 10, we'll launch into a third game, which could be a potential last game and decide a winner of today's qualifier, the first qualifier of 4, and Azora is jumping in. I'm hoping Husey's team can come back into it, Merriweather High School.
Yep.
I think they've been competitive.
Oh,
certainly competitive. But yeah, Lewis T and Doctor, we need to see a little extra from these guys to help Husey out.
All right, here we go. Sorry, I kind of jumped the gun on you there, Buzz. Husey asked if everyone was ready, and I said, yeah, gave him the word so we can get this game underway.
That's cool. I'm good.
The Doctor in chat, I know the stream can't see this, but Doctor in chat's just said, those last 2 games were warm-ups, right? And Azora's gone, yeah, dude. So you know what? They've still got, they're still being good sports about it, which is nice to see. And as you said, Merriweather have been competitive. Buzzer?
Sorry, man. You keep going. There was a double commit on that point. I was just saying very quickly that they could have got a counter go off it, but no, it's quickly reset and then back off into the wilderness.
Absolutely. So yeah, as you said earlier on, Merriweather have been competitive. I did say at the beginning of the series, we both agreed that we felt that Peel High School had a little bit of an edge. And I said, purely because I feel like their team cohesion is working a little bit better.
Yep.
So to elaborate on that more, it comes back to the point of what I was saying. Obviously, we don't know, because Barbara and I don't know the names of Doctor and Lewis, but it could be the case that Doctor and Lewis just don't play this game as much as the rest of the players on the field. That said, they're still being competitive about it, and it's still nice to see. So who knows? They require a reverse sweep, do Merriweather. They need 3 games back-to-back, or back-to-back-to-back, to be specific. And the first goal is going to be from Aussie Jock here for Peel High School.
Yeah, this is Husey in goal, but look at the direction he's facing. He's had to get the back flip onto it, which forces a soft touch out wide and just gets tapped over the side. There is a defence player coming in, but he's jumping up from one side to the other, trying to save from behind the line, and it's a really difficult save to get it. So there's the first goal, and a kickoff goal to counter back. What has happened, Lewis T? Well, he will take it. Any goal to get one back very quickly. Zora's made a big boo-boo off the kickoff.
Nice choice of words there, Barzer, and you're right. Lewis T will take that one. But there we go. Big boo-boo from Azora. And we could see another one.
He'll be sucking his thumb after
Doctor!
that. Oh! What a
is
dunk!
this?
What a dunk!
Wow. Huge chip pass from Husey, and then Doctor up to challenge Azora. Tires, and then force the own goal from Azora.
I thought it was a dunk, but no, it's an own goal. Oh, damn it. I'm out of here. See ya. Bye. Oh.
It was Tires from he's going for another one. He wants some, Barzer.
Doctor. Well, he's finally stepped up, because he's certainly Lewis and Doctor. Very early on in this piece, they're stepping up the game.
All right, here we go. Husey now, clear forward. Doctor's off the side wall trying to jump for it, but Azora's there to pick up the loose ball on the ground. Husey just going to rotate out now. That's a whiff from Horizons. Aussie Jock will come through now. Husey. I think he's a bit low on boost. He's got 0, so he went up to try and challenge that ball. He's got nothing. He needs the defensive boost, relying on Horizons to miss that, and he does. Husey now jumps off the sidewall, knocks it over the top of Azora. That's the star player for Peel High School beaten, but he's rotated out, and there's what you were talking about earlier on today, Bizer. Azora had been beaten. Essentially, his positioning is useless. On his rotation out, why not get a demo? And that's exactly what it did. It broke down the potential attack that was going to come out from Merriweather. And look, Peel High School are going to score off the back of it. An amazing shot from Aussie Jock, spikes onto the ground.
What has happened at this point? I don't know how he's seen this, but he's just come down on that. And that ball was always going backboard, but because I don't know if he planned to come down on that, but
I think he did. He was boosting towards it.
But his position on how he's fallen down is just uncanny.
Oh, yeah.
That's not how you fall down on a ball reverse. Like, that's awkward. It's like
It was awkward.
I certainly didn't plan to come down like that. It's weird and wacky, but it works. 2 at the moment. We're past the halfway mark, game 3. And Peel High School, they get a goal in front and they win this series. They're going to land, and that's where they're going.
We almost just saw the third as well. Husey respected the shot. Luckily, the touch didn't come out, so Husey had enough time to recover from his bicycle flip and end up clearing out that ball. So it remains at 2 apiece. Husey looking to tap on with possession of Zora. There's another demo on his rotation out. Horizons, Husey gets that touch over the top. Looking to bump Aussie Jock. It's a brutal bump. The shot not going to come out from Doctor, though. He places it into corner, allows Zora to snipe that boost as well, and this is dangerous. Zora sends it through the midfield. Husey pops it up high. And Horizons takes that shot on. Good save from Lewis just in the nick of time. Doctor looking for Husey perhaps on the left field, but Aussie Jock's there instead. Husey now rotates around. Doesn't quite get the prediction on where Azora was going to place that. So a lot of back and forth happening right now, Barza.
Paul just settled for the moment. Azora will get first to it. Husey, bouncing ball. Just frenetic pace at the moment. Will settle. Doctor flips up for the backboard. And the follow-up as well. Lewis T. Hoping Husey would go at it, but the rotation's not the best for him. He just holds in his own goal section. Pressure's still on. He waits for any contention out. No one flying. Doctor will get a chance. The Oz Jock flips to the side. The last 45. Red time. Such a pressure moment in the third. as the term would be, the pressure cooker, and sets down Husey downfield, hoping another player will come for it. He goes himself. Ozjock the block, sends it back out. That back and forth game ping pong, so evident.
Absolutely. It's a good pass from Lewis to Doctor, but easily saved by Horizons. And you made a good point about Husey and his rotations earlier on, Barzo. It seems like he's a little bit erratic. Like, do I go? Do I not go? Perhaps maybe a little bit of nervous energy. As Doctor makes a nice save there. 10 seconds left. If he can pinch this, or Husey, he's not got the shot on. Doctor trying to put it back there. Husey, again, too aggressive, trying to get in there. A little bit bulldogish. Don't tell me they get punished. No, okay, we are overtime. Ladies and gentlemen, this is game 3. If Peel High School win this, overtime is a golden goal effect. So first goal wins. If that's Peel High School, they win the grand final outright. Merriweather, with their backs up against it, they need this goal to keep themselves alive in this series.
Well, Doctor had it on the nose for a moment, lost it. Husey, now flying, sends it wide as Zora. Got a chance to bring it to the goal. Lewis T sends it wide. Doctor waiting for it. And challenge the 50-50 Horizon. Loses the ball behind him. Husey now. Lex for the boost. Wants to go out at the 50-50. Comes into play. Doctor flying. Redirects the backboard. Comes down for his teammate. Lewis T will go at it. Just holds for the moment. Doesn't actually play the ball. Husey at it. Horizon actually places back into the danger zone. Lewis T gets a crack at it. No one home to save it. And they stay alive.
Watch Husey. There's no one home because on his rotation out, he gets a huge bump on Aussie Jock.
What a play! He allows Lewis T an open goal because it clears out the line. What a play coming out from Merriweather.
They've done it, ladies and gentlemen. They keep themselves alive. They need another 2 games back-to-back if they want to take out Peel High School. Of course, Peel High School just 1 game away from sending them through to Hybrid World and winning the grand final here. There's a lot on the line. Both of these teams really want it. Doctor, we're not going to repeat that on stream. Doctor would like to take a short break. No, he's saying never mind, he'll hold it. Okay, it looks like they're ready to go. Husey's saying let's go. Buzz has lost it. I'm trying to hold it in because what was said yeah, I can understand why Buzz is cracking up a little bit there.
That's an icebreaker.
Yeah. We shall march forward, though.
Oh, man.
You know what? It's going to put a little bit of a skip in Doctor's step if he's hanging on to that one.
Oh, can you replace the P with a D and go with that? That would be funny. I think chat will get it in a minute. 0-0. We'll go into game number 4, and the reverse sweep is certainly possible right now. And I tell you what, Merriweather, a real chance. They're going to start with the first Doctor on the board, and he's certainly going to skip in his step.
I told you. He wants it. He's like, I need to go. Let's get this game over with. Come on. Come on. Lewis gets the assist as well. That's a nice pass.
My goodness, what is going on?
All right, this is the grand final, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we were here to see. We haven't seen the clean sweep. That would have been a little bit disappointing because both Barza and I agree that Merriweather have been competitive. They have proven they can take a game. They've almost got a second goal. The bump onto Aussie Jock from Husey again, but Lewis T didn't have time to wrap around and get a powerful enough shot. The shot, what an angle from Husey!
They have got some type of momentum right now. In Peel High School, they are flabbergasted with what's going on. They are all in sorts of hurt. Positioning is out of place, and they don't know what to do with placement. Husey got control of that and just made that position, made that ball all his. They do not know what's going on. They've got a kick off to go here. Doctor pops it over the top of Zora with deny.
That's what we need to see. We need to see more Azora backboard defense. Horizons and Aussie Jock have already been covering the ground quite well. It's a little bit difficult for them to find positioning when you've got, Doctor with a skip in his step. Husey getting those great passes forward, the bumps. Lewis hasn't quite got a shot on target yet. Not in this game anyway, but he has got an assist there. So we'll see what can happen now. Husey, Aussie Jock and Azora trying to work together. Doctor over the top. That's going to bounced perfectly off the curb. Hughesy, doesn't quite catch that one with Horizons, and now all three are beaten Azora. If he can just put the shot on, Doctor almost gets the save. Hughesy will. Okay, that was close. We almost saw Merriweather concede due to over-aggression there.
Well, here's the point. If anything's going to beat Peel High School today, it's going to be a goalpost.
Post is the post bar.
Yeah, the ironic part of the game is the post bar, ladies and gentlemen, and that's certainly going to be coming to factor today. If Peel High School are going to get beaten, the post bar is going to do it to them. And that's one point of it. They've hit it twice so far. There was an upright, and they've certainly gone there again. Doctor, he is lifted right now, and Lewis T, he's done a couple clutch things as well. Hughesy, he just needs to do a couple small little things to keep his team going, and this certainly can keep going here. They've got 2-goal lead right now. Just hold it. They're not even letting Peel High School right now. I don't want to get the names mixed up. In on this game.
We did just see once again a double commit earlier on. After the pass from Lewis T, it was a double commit from Hughesy and Doctor. They're both aerialed for the ball. They have to be more communicative and careful about that sort of stuff. But again, as you said, Lewis T has definitely been putting in work. There's been a few good passes. One of them's worked out. He does have 1 assist. There's another 2 that haven't quite worked out, but nonetheless, they have been great passes. It's just been down to the defense of Peel High School that the shots off the back of them have been blocked. Hughesy now with the chip and follow, but broken down by Horizons. Doctor, he keeps on shooting for that right post. I think he needs to go a little bit more left. It's always been wide to the right there. We'll see if he can change things up a little bit more. Lewis into the midfield. Over the top now, Hughesy chasing the ball. Depossesses Horizons. Azora should pick up on this one, though. That's a great pass to Aussie Jock. Doctor, it's going to be Lewis over the top of everybody. Azora, what a powerhouse shot.
Yeah, you can't deny the pressure they're putting on here, Peel High School. Eventually, it's going to crack, and defense can't hold on for too long. Azora, though, he just finds the angles at the most important time. That most certainly was going to happen.
Absolutely. So Peel High School, they do find themselves on the board now. Minute 50 remaining, just a 1-goal difference, 2-1 in favour of Merriweather. Can Peel High School bring this one back for themselves? They would love to. Hughesy tries to go underneath, but Aussie Jock stays on the ground while Azora goes up. So they have both angles of the net covered there. Aussie Jock chip over the top. It's post, but there we go. Doctor does get that save in time. You can see what Aussie Jock was trying to do, find that double touch. Azora now doesn't quite catch the angle. It was close. Pass up from Aussie Jock to Azora. I think that was supposed to be a top shelf shot, but we'll never know, Baza.
We'll stay downfield. Azora able to catch it for a second. Does lose it now. Aussie Jock with the play. Azora not able to get this centered. Loses the ball for the moment. Hughesy. Defense, like we said, if his team is in front, all he needs to do is go back and play a solid defensive role.
Yep.
And he'll be able to get his team into a game number 5. And we didn't think his team would be there, but well and truly doing well. He's demoed out of this play, so momentarily reset. Azora not able to get a second touch onto this. Doctor lifting into position. Ozjock back off the backboard. It's not cleared. Dangerous position. Hughesy, well, he's not into it. He had to do the wide wrap, and Azora knew what he had to do. He places to the right side. Watch this, Rankies. Lewis T, dangerous position to put it back in the corridor, and Azora punishes.
Yeah, and Hughesy only had 34 boost on that play. He would have liked more. He was hoping the clear would go further downfield, so he was creeping to go get ready to pick up that corner boost. As soon as it didn't work out, all Azora had to do was make sure that powerhouse shot was on target. And there sneaks through another one. Peel High School with only 27 seconds left off the back of Horizons have now taken the lead. It's all falling apart for Merriweather. Can they bring it back, Bizer?
Hughesy in the corner. The touch goes right back into the corridor, and then Lewis T on the line was standstill. He boosts up instead of forward. He tries to flip out. And that's just 2 mistakes just gone wrong in the heat of pressure and the moment going down the last 20 seconds. It's all about the do-or-die efforts now. They have to make some clutch plays. Doctor with the hit going forward. Big moments now, Rankies.
Horizons was trying to dump that one down With the dying seconds, Lewis hasn't got the huge clear. That's what they were relying on. Both Husey and Doctor were ready downfield, but again, they're both hugging
there.
each other in the same position. If they can keep it up, there is a chance. Husey's going for the wall. He's got fresh boost. He doesn't. Oh, he does control it. He goes. Oh, so close. Azora would have had the save, I think, there, Bizer, but Peel high. Wow. Both speechless there, Bizer. That was so close, yet so far. The frustration came through.
Peel High School will book their seats to the Hybrid World Adelaide as they take out the first online qualifier for the HSEL Rocket League 2018. Congratulations to Peel High School. Well done.
Yep.
Merriweather, you guys will have to try your luck next tomorrow. If not tomorrow, next week on Saturday, Sunday, and everyone else who played today. Well done, and congratulations to everyone else. But crazy games to be done. That was super close going into an overtime period.
Oh, yeah.
Azora, Ozjock, Horizons, congratulations, guys. You are going to Adelaide. Crazy stuff.
Up until that last minute, Merriweather were doing quite well, but as I said, just frustration seemed to get to him at the end there. Lewis T got that first touch out, and then both Husey and Doctor went for the same clear. They were hugging up against each other on the side wall.
Yep.
Husey did the best he could towards the end there in the 0 seconds. Just, I didn't think he was going to be able to control the dribble buzzer. So he managed to get the ball towards the curb exactly where that mid boost is. He even got the mid boost. Surprisingly, he managed to control the dribble well enough. But I think as soon as he saw Azora covering that bottom right corner, and Azora was ready, he was facing with his car going towards the left post as well, but on that near post. So if Husey even tried to go left post, Azora had the save covered. Husey was really just relying on trying to get a big flick. It didn't work out for him in the dying seconds. It was just too much. I'm just getting a message from Husey right now as well that his flick didn't work because he was using the Octane.
He's a Dominus main, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. So he was not used to the Octane hitbox, and just when the pressure came down to him, the muscle memory kicks in, and because he wasn't using the car he's used to, it just didn't work out for him. It was so close, but as you said, they can come back tomorrow, and of course next weekend on Saturday and Sunday. I believe the days are running at the same time. So look, it was definitely a grand final worthy game, Bizer. It wasn't a clean sweep. Merriweather, they almost got 2 games.
Absolutely crazy. Like from the first game, and this is what we said. Things about the trend about a best of 5 is the first game you get a real opportunity to assess your opponent out, especially when they get a good game against you. It was a 4-1 result in terms of Peel High School against Merriweather, so they got a good opportunity to have a look. The second game was a 6-4, so there was an improvement from Merriweather in terms of scoring, but they got scored against quite a bit. The third game they turned it around, which was a 3-2, and then there's that game as well in the fourth. They were actually at a point where they were in front.
Yeah.
But the last 2 minutes of that game, they were playing to hold on to the game, and I think that's where it unraveled for them. They're playing to hold on instead of trying to stay in front, instead of trying to extend the lead. I think that's where they lost it. Peel High School, they were allowed to score. They were allowed to take that ball back and take control and get back in front. And I think Azora's brilliance really highlighted the point. And if I had to pick up an MVP for the tournament, I'm going to have to put it down to, well, if I had to put down the tournament or put it down to that final alone, I have to put it down to Azora. It was just, he played unreal.
Absolutely. Towards the end there, of the previous 2 games, he did seem to drop off a little bit, but I tell you what, right at the end when he didn't get the save, it wasn't necessary, but had Husey's flick have been on point, Azora was in a position where he may have got the save. So Azora was definitely picking up towards the end there again.
It takes me back to when Husey actually carried the ball, and this was earlier in the series. He carried the ball from one side of the field all the way to the other, and he was going to slam that goal in. Azora was behind the line and denied it.
Yeah.
So that was happening before. And he denied that before, and he said, "No, Husey, you're not doing it." So Azora was already mind gaming Husey early on in the series, and he's been doing that throughout the whole entire series. So Peel High School, hats off to you guys. You're going to the Hybrid World Adelaide. You're the first ones through on day
Still
one.
another 3.
There's still another 3 chances for everyone else out there. For all 32 teams that participated today, there's now 31 teams participating tomorrow, and so on, going in the next 3 qualifiers for the HSEL Rocket League online qualifiers. I think we're going to sign out, Rankies. Where do we follow you, mate?
You can follow me. I'm just on Twitter, mostly at Rankies. So, and again, we got someone asking in chat. We'll be able to rewatch the stream afterwards. Yes, the VOD should be live.
Yep.
So if you have missed it, Ison Bard has just jumped in chat and he says he thinks he's missed it as well. You have, unfortunately. But tomorrow at the exact same time, guys, I believe it's 12:30 AEST starts PM. So just after lunch, and it runs until about now. We have gone a little bit over what we were supposed to, but yeah, roughly that. And then, of course, next weekend, Saturday and Sunday at the same times as well.
I'm at Bizer RL, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure to bring this to you. We'll be here tomorrow, same time. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow for qualifier number 2.